Well, shit. Where the hell has this idiot been, huh? I'll tell you where I've been. Not here. How did I go from posting daily to posting once a week to posting once every couple of months to not really posting at all? Well, let's do a cheeky little recap. So I put out an announcement like a year ago, more than a year ago actually, stating that I was heading to Canada. Yeah. For those that don't know, I work in the games industry, and the games industry, you kind of have to move around a fair bit to find like where studios are actively hiring. Now, you may have heard in the news or such of tons of game studios shutting down over the past few years, massive layoffs, huge 10% reductions in the game industry. There's been a lot of layoffs. There's been a lot of studios disappearing, a lot of long-time studios, a lot of big names. And it's a tragic thing. It's hit a lot of my friends, it's hit a lot of my colleagues, and my luck did eventually run out, and it has hit me as well. Unfortunately, the studio I was working at here in Canada recently closed, and so the past 6 months I've kind of been feeling the air, seeing if there's anything I can stick to here. Tragically, buried in bureaucracy, work permits, visas, things are difficult. So I am going to be moving back to Australia. Now, the last time I was moving countries, I gave a big announcement about how you can't bring equipment from Europe to the US and just expect it to work, right? Well, now I have the reverse problem. All of the voice acting equipment I've purchased here in Canada, I'm not going to be able to just bring to Australia and pick up where I left off, let alone mentioning all my studio stuff that will have to go as well. So I've spent the last little bit trying my best to keep up with the projects I've signed on to, and ultimately YouTube fell to the wayside, and it's probably going to stay that way for however long. I don't really have an estimate. I don't even know if I'll be getting back into casual voice acting stuff. I don't know if I want to repurchase equipment in Australia. There's a lot of I don't knows. That's kind of the state I'm in at the moment. It's weird, it's awful, there's, like, I love moving around, I love seeing new countries, I love experiencing new things. One thing I cannot stand is having to move to a different country when I'm not ready to. And unfortunately, that's what's happening now, again. So while I wait for permits to get organized, and I wait for my this and that to be approved, I'm going to be moving back to Australia, and that's where I'm going to be living. If you don't know, I'm not British. I am Australian. It's my home country. My family lives. And yeah, it's kind of going to be a fallback for the moment. I feel like when you announce something like life-related, like career-related, something big, you want it to be positive. Like, oh, I landed this new job, or I did this or that. But the truth is, it just doesn't always work that way. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. Sometimes things get a little bit dicey, and that's the situation I'm in now. As much as I would love to be spending my time shitposting, I just don't have the motivation or the willpower for it right now. You know, like, I was fully prepared to full send it, new country, new place, and yeah, it just didn't work out. And hey, that's life sometimes. So sometimes things don't go according to plan, and it's not the end of the world. You know, you pick yourself back up, things will turn out well eventually, and you just keep grinding away at what you can. So, yeah, that's kind of it. This wasn't some big, funny, haha meme post, aside from, sorry, you get jump scared by my voice again for the first time in a billion years, but, yeah, so I have no plans to stream, I have no plans to VTube, I have no plans to do any honky straw trail shitposts in the interim. I feel like I should part on a positive note. Not to say there's like so little positive going on that I can't think of anything, but I mean, well, I'll say this. I spent a year in Canada. It's fucking badass. Canada's sick. Like, the people here are so friendly. The culture's great. The scenery's beautiful. Got snow on the mountainside outside every morning. It's a gorgeous country, and I'm going to be making it my best effort to get back here as soon as reasonably possible. But yeah, I consider this a setback. I'll get my ducks in a row, and hopefully maybe someday we'll be back to some quality shitposting. Because, you know, shitposting needs to have some soul behind it, right? If your soul ain't in the shitpost, it's just a post, really, you know? It's just a post. And I was not put on this earth just to post. I was put on this earth to shitpost. And we're gonna get back to that. So that's my update. Nothing much else to say. Y'all gooby snoobirds have a good one.